What's up, my vault dwellers? And man, do I friggin' love 1950s B-movies. I mean, the 50s gave us some of the greatest B-movie treasures in cinema history. I mean, this is where sci-fi was born, right? I mean, these movies are why we even have Star Wars or Star Trek or Aliens today. This was the golden age when, like, atomic power, it could create anything from giant ants to prehistoric monsters. I mean, it gave us aliens landing like everywhere, from like the White House lawn to the Scottish Highlands. And we had mad scientists who had a plan that was just crazy enough to work. You know, today, I'm going to be ranking some of these incredible gems that laid the foundation for just everything we love about science fiction. And just so you know, this is not an exhaustive list. It's just a start, so stay tuned for some more.
Probably was a comet.
Yeah, did you ever hear of a comet turning around and coming back?
You know, while American aliens were busy destroying landmarks, the British gave us this like wonderfully understated take on extraterrestrial contact. So instead of blasting buildings, our visitors prefer polite conversations about nuclear proliferation. I mean, it's like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but, you know, with a lot more tea time. You know what makes this film special? It's how it proves you don't need massive special effects budgets just to create compelling sci-fi. I mean, the film relies on atmosphere and tension, creating mystery through suggestion rather than spectacle. Plus, I mean, there's just something delightfully British about treating an alien arrival with the same level of concern as an unexpected dinner guest who showed up early.
You can study maps and globes and try to visualize. But the actual experience, it's hard to express it.
So this movie is where cinematic space exploration began, folks. I mean, before Star Trek and Star Wars, we had this ambitious tale of the first mission to Mars. It accidentally ended up on the moon, but that's all right. I mean, the film dared to imagine interplanetary travel when, like, most people were just still getting used to, like, commercial airlines. I mean, what I love about this movie, it's the earnest attempt to portray space travel realistically. I mean, whatever was realistic in 1950, that is. I mean, the extended dialogue scenes about spaceflight, they might seem slow now, right? But they showed just how fascinating the concept of space travel was to audiences at the time. And those rocket effects, I mean, they were pure practical magic, which just paved the way for everything that followed today. So this film dared to ask, what if a mad scientist created spider women in the desert? We have Jackie Coogan, you know, who played Uncle Fester in Addams Family, who stars as Dr. Aranya, running what has to be the most unique scientific facility ever filmed in New Mexico. What makes this movie so special is its absolute commitment to just this bizarre premise. The spider women are both terrifying and hypnotic, and the desert setting just creates this surreal, dreamlike atmosphere. And then you add in this wild guitar soundtrack that sounds like someone having some fever dream in a Spanish restaurant, and you've got just something truly unique here. This is the kind of movie that could only exist in the 50s, when filmmakers, they just weren't afraid to just throw everything at the wall and see what stuck. Roman. I mean, the alien who proves that sometimes the best costume, it's just a gorilla suit with a diving helmet. I mean, this was shot in just 4 days for like $16,000. And this film is the perfect example of how creativity can triumph over budget. The filmmaker literally used every prop they could find, and it all works. What's amazing about Robot Monster is its pure, unfiltered imagination. I mean, the dreamlike quality of this film, whether, intentional or not, it just creates this weird, surreal atmosphere it's just absolutely captivating. Plus, Roman's existential crisis about falling in love with this human girl, it's surprisingly deep for a movie featuring a space gorilla in a diving helmet. This is the kind of wonderfully weird cinema that makes B movies just so damn special.
There he is. It's unbelievable.
So this is a movie that created the template for like every giant monster film that ever followed. Ray Harryhausen's stop-motion Rhedosaurus, it's pure movie magic, right? A prehistoric beast that's awakened by atomic testing, who decides to do some, urban renovation in New York. Every frame with this creature, it's just a masterclass in special effects artistry. What makes this film amazing, it isn't just the monster. It's how it perfectly captures Cold War atomic anxiety while still being, incredibly fun. The scene of the Rhedosaurus rampaging through Manhattan, this influenced everything from like Godzilla to Cloverfield. Plus, this might be the only movie where a radioactive dinosaur gets taken down by a sharpshooter in a roller coaster. Guys, that's what entertainment's all about.
No one would have believed in the middle of the 20th century that human affairs were being watched keenly and closely by intelligences greater than man's. Yet,
easily the greatest alien invasion story ever told gets written with Technicolor treatment, and what a spectacle it was. Those Martian war machines with their cobra-like heads and heat rays, they're just some of the most distinctive alien designs really ever created. Producer George Powell pulled out all the stops on the effects, and he gives us destruction sequences that still look impressive today. The genius of this adaptation, it's how it moves H.G. Wells' story to the 1950s America while keeping all the tension and terror in the original. These scenes of the military weapons proving useless against Martian shields, they just perfectly capture Cold War fears about technology superiority. And that, eerie green light from the Martian machines, that's just pure nightmare that influenced sci-fi lighting just for decades.
Pull it tighter, Sue. Pull it tighter.
This movie gives us Vincent Price in 3D. Do I really need to say more than that? This movie takes the haunted house formula and adds layers of genuine artistry and macabre creativity. The 3D effects, they're not just gimmicks. They actually enhance the creepy atmosphere of Jared's Wax Museum. Price's performance as Henry Jared, it's absolutely magnetic. He brings this tragic quality to the character that makes you almost sympathize with him. Well, right until he starts turning people into wax figures, that is. The fire sequence at the beginning, it's still intense today. And those melting wax figures create imagery, you're not going to forget very soon. Plus, this film proved that horror could be both artistic and commercially successful.
I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight.
This is based on a Ray Bradbury story, and this film gives us aliens that they're not just invaders. They're genuinely alien. They're like this crystalline cyclops creature who can duplicate humans, which, it brought something completely new to sci-fi. The movie plays with paranoia and fear of the unknown in ways that influenced everything from like invasions of the body snatchers to The Thing. The desert setting creates this just perfect isolation. And those point of view shots from the alien perspective, I mean, they were really revolutionary for the time. You know what makes this film special? It's how it suggests that maybe first contact, it wouldn't be about war or peace. Maybe it's just about a broken down spacecraft and some misunderstandings.
Get the antennae! Get the antennae!
Oh man, I mean, this is the granddaddy of all giant bug movies. And what a movie this is. I mean, those giant ants terrorizing the New Mexico desert, it just created a whole subgenre of atomic monster films. The sound design alone, I mean, that high-pitched ant screech, it's the stuff of nightmares. So James Whitmore and James Arness play it completely straight, which makes the whole thing just work beautifully. The scenes in the ant nest tunnels they're just really suspenseful. And that final showdown in Los Angeles storm drains, that's classic cinema. This is one of those rare B movies that transcends its genre to become something just truly special.
What's the matter, Corporal?
Dr. Chapman, where's the captain? I've got to tell him that thing's alive. I saw it, sir. Chase me, that thing's alive. It's not...
Way before John Carpenter's version, we had this Howard Hawks produced classic that's basically created the monster loose in an isolated facility genre. So James Arness plays the alien creature, and even though he's basically just a tall guy in a suit, the film creates genuine tension through fantastic direction and just the best atmosphere. You know what makes this movie brilliant? It's how it builds suspense throughout the film. I mean, the creature it's barely shown, but the discussions between the scientists and the military personnel about how to deal with it, they're just fascinating. I mean, the scene where they all stand in a circle to explain the creature's biology, it's pure genius. But I mean, there's that famous "Watch the Skies" ending, which became one of the most quoted lines in sci-fi history.
Tell the world. Tell this to everybody wherever they are. Watch the skies.
Zyra is about the same size as our Earth. Both these bodies are coming into our solar system. If Bronson's readings are correct.
This is George Powell's Technicolor masterpiece about the end of the world and humanity's last chance for survival. I mean, the effects really work here, especially the flooding of New York and that incredible space arc. I mean, this sets a new standard for what science fiction could look like. I mean, what's so amazing is how it balances spectacular destruction with genuine human drama. I mean, the race to build the ark, the lottery for who gets to go, the romantic subplot, it just works so well together perfectly. And those matte paintings of the approaching planet Zira, I mean, just pure artistry. I mean, this is the template for every Save Humanity from Cosmic Disaster movie that followed. It's just perfect.
We have come to visit you in peace and with goodwill.
Klaatu Barada Nikto. 3 words that change science fiction forever. I mean, this isn't just a flying saucer movie. It's a thoughtful examination of Cold War fears and human nature. Michael Rennie's Klaatu brings this perfect otherworldly quality to the role. And Gort, the robot, I mean, he became the template for countless movie robots to follow. Bernard Herrmann's theremin-heavy score just creates this incredible atmosphere, and those scenes of Klaatu experiencing human life are both touching and funny. I mean, the film dared to suggest that maybe aliens, they wouldn't be invaders or monsters. Maybe they'd be here to save us from ourselves. Plus, I mean, the flying saucer landing by the Washington Monument, that's easily one of the most iconic scenes in cinema history. The 1950s weren't just about atomic monsters and flying saucers. I mean, these movies were dealing with the real fears and hopes of the atomic age. I mean, they were wrapped in some of the most creative and ambitious filmmaking of the era. From Harryhausen's groundbreaking stop motion, to Bernard Herrmann's, otherworldly scores. And we have Vincent Price's magnetic performances and those incredible practical effects. These movies just proved you didn't need massive budgets to create something unforgettable. They just needed imagination, creativity, and maybe a guy in a gorilla suit with a diving helmet. Just think about it. Without these films paving the way, we might never even gotten any of the sci-fi we love today. These weren't just B movies. They were the pioneers of possibility, showing us what movies could be. Do me a favor, drop a comment telling us your favorite 50 sci-fi moments, or which of these classics you're going to watch first. If you're not a subscriber, I don't understand why. I mean, this channel's amazing. We want to have you come back, so click that like button, become part of our group, and just remember, this is Dan, and sometimes the most innovative films are the ones made with more imagination than money. Stay radical.